Amazing. Everything here is great. I mean, we have such a great hospitality here in India. Everybody's so friendly, so kind, you know. It's completely the opposite of you see on the internet of most videos. It's insane. We left Thailand for India. We left our comfortable life in Thailand so we can adventure here in India. But why did we do that? Are we effing crazy? We're gonna talk more about our decisions and why we decided to come here to India. Because we're not just like passing through here. We're gonna stay here from 4 to 5 months. That's our goal. And many people think we are actually crazy. And it's a very dramatic change because Thailand is very easy. Thailand is like a Disneyland for tourists, you know. It's very comfortable. Tourism is a very important part of Thailand's economy. So everything needs to be very smooth and very pleasant for the arrival of tourists so they can, you know, tell to their friends and tell to their families so they can come and visit the country and so on and so on. India is a very unique country, as many people know. They actually have their domestic tourist industry and they focus on other parts of the economy. Thailand is amazing, Thailand is really nice, it's incredible, and you have really good quality services in Thailand, but it's getting more expensive with the time. And it's not like crazy expensive like many European countries or the United States, but it's not like what they're trying to sell to many people that you can come, I mean, with $100 and you can have your life set up in Thailand. Maybe before 10 years ago, it used to be like that. I have my online thing going on. I don't need YouTube to have my own income, even though I'm trying to build here like a business or not like a business, but I want to create like videos on YouTube and I see where it goes. But I don't need YouTube to survive. Unfortunately, my income is not that high, like high, for example, $2,000, $3,000. And yes, this is very high to many parts of the world. Many people from Europe or from the United States, they are not aware how their money can go long in some countries, you know? And with the amount of money that Thailand asks to, you know, like deposit and pay for the visa applications, I can buy a house in my own country. I'm sorry. So I prefer much more to save up some money and come back to my home country and then we can start a life there. Also, but enough of that, I'm getting sidetracked here. We consider Vietnam to relocate after Thailand, but Vietnam is kind of similar than Thailand. And honestly, if you change from Thailand to Vietnam, unless, you know, I don't know. The quality of hotels and the quality of services in Vietnam, they are not comparable to Thailand and the price is almost the same, you know. You don't save up that much, to be honest. Maybe you can save in maybe have more food in your plate, like the portion sizes are bigger in Vietnam, and you can find a little bit cheaper, maybe 15% cheaper accommodations there, but it's not really that much of a difference, you know. But and everything, for example, if this is cheap, some other things in Vietnam are more expensive than Thailand, and vice versa. And this is like different in India about the financial situation because your money really goes long ways here. And you don't need to be a millionaire, you don't need to have like thousands of dollars. For example, we have a budget of living in India with $400, two people. And to know how crazy this is, for example, we can buy dinner in a restaurant for $2, two people. Basically, each one pays $1. And we can buy like a soda, we can buy chips, we can go on a tour, we can go buy bus tickets. It's just incredible how you money and you don't even spend maybe if you do all of that you're gonna spend $6 and that's a lot. This is like maybe 500 or 600 rupees, which is a lot of money in India. You can do so many things here in India with $5 or $6. And not only that, I'm not talking only about the price, but the quality of products here is amazing. Something that is very underrated, many people don't know outside of India, and I don't know even if the Indians are aware of that. But everything here is extremely good quality. You have so many Ayurvedic products, and like chocolate is like real chocolate, like shampoo is like real shampoo, fruits they taste like real fruits, and the food, the spices, the everything here is so real. India is a land of contrast, and I'm not talking about the caste system or the social class gap. I'm talking about if you want to live here as a beggar, you know, if you want to live here as a broke person, you can live here normally and without suffering. If you want to get the cheapest train, like packed train, crowded trains, if you want to live in a shitty ass accommodations, you can do that. You can even live for free or have food for free here. If you want to have premium services in India, premium things in India, you can have. We paid for a luxury bus in India. We paid $26 from Varanasi to Jaipur. And it was as big as our capsule hostel in Singapore, the capsule, yes? For example, we drove, I think we rode like 800 or 900 kilometers from Varanasi to Jaipur very comfortably in this capsule, like a bed. It's not even like seater where you go sitting, you can sleep in the bus. And we paid $26 for two people. This is ridiculously cheap. We have like AC, you have like a charging ports so you can charge your phone. Unlike the other bus from Kolkata to Bodh Gaya, we didn't have Wi-Fi on the bus, but the quality of everything, it was just amazing. Oh, it's quite good, huh? Oh, nice. This is a $26 bus in India. Like you have like a private capsule, like a double bed, of course, for us. It's quite nice. It's really cool. And here in India is because it's not a tourist country, not many foreigners want to come here. They actually have a very good deal for the visa. You can choose for 30 days e-visa, 1 year e-visa, or 5 years e-visa. 1 year e-visa is $40 per person, and 5 years e-visa is $100. And we got the last option because it's so much better. We can come. We have all this time to come and go to India, from and to India. One thing about the e-visa in India that is like a pain in the ass to fill out is like the website. I think they made some changes for the better since last time I applied for the visa, but it's still a pain in the ass. I took 1 hour just to fill out my visa, and I hope this changes in the near future. But it's kind of easy to apply. And it took us 24 hours to get our visas approved. Some nationalities, they have a bit more of a problem. For example, for Russians, like I have many Russian friends, they always have problems. They take like 1 week. It takes 1 week for the visa to be approved. But the thing is, because there are many Russians in India, they come to work illegally here, or they overstay. They don't have like a good history, when staying in the country. So that's why it takes a bit longer, I think, for them to investigate the past, the history of these people that applied for the visa. But we got our visas like in less than 24 hours. I think it's like 16 hours or something. We got our visas, everything sorted out. Okay, so we can stay 1 year or 5 years in India. Can we stay all this time in a row? No, we cannot. We can stay only 180 days per calendar year. So it means that you can stay 90 days, not more than 90 days. So you can stay, for example, 80 days, go to Nepal, go to Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or somewhere else, and then you can come back. Of course, everything is at discretion of the immigration officer. That's possible. And this is okay. This is actually a very good deal. And if you want to stay longer, for example, like 1 year in a row or something, I think you can apply for business visa. And you can even, I don't know how this works because you need to see properly. There are some YouTube channels here that they talk about. I think like this guy, he interviewed a woman from the Netherlands. She opened up like a guest house in south of India, and she says how she did the process. I don't think it's very difficult. So you can open a business here as a foreigner in India too. It's not that much complicated. And I think India should invest more in their tourism business because there are so many things here to see. India is like a country like as old as 7,000 or 10,000 years old. There are so many things to see, and there is like this medical tourism here, which is amazing. You have so many ruins, temples, civilizations, like so much history here, so much diversity, and it's so unique. It's such a very unique country. It's a very unique country. Before we get to other reasons why we came to India, I want to get this out of the way first. Let's talk about the dirty, the hygiene, and the food here, because this also includes in the fact that India should invest more in their country or how people see their country. I think, in my opinion, there is a lot of propaganda about India. I'm not gonna sugarcoat India or bootlick the country because that's not me. Like I said, I am a very fair guy. I've been to 35 countries already. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I'm not sponsored by any CIA agency or government or anybody. I don't have a political agenda. Before I came here in 2024, I struggled a lot with digestive problems. I even have a history in that my family with gallbladder problems. And then from 2023 to before I came to India, I was feeling a lot of pain under my rib cage on the right side. And this is like a classical symptom of gallbladder stone. I went to doctors in Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam. All they said, yes, you need to be careful, don't eat this, blah, blah, blah. Gave me some medicines just to treat the pain and so on. And okay. Came to India. I was hosted in my first night by couch surfing by a Indian family, and they mentioned they know this young girl that she's a masseur and she can, she does miracles literally with Ayurvedic massage. And why not? This is interesting. Yeah, she did like a 2 hours massage, I think, on me, and she was just did some acupressure as well. I think it's Udvartana, the name. Then in the end of the massage, she said, it was in the evening, she said, okay, you don't take shower, you just sleep as you are. Because she applied some herbs around my waist and around my back. And then okay, so I slept with the herbs applied on me, and that's it. When I woke up the next day, my skin was flawless. I couldn't believe myself. I had no wrinkles and I had nothing. And I never felt so light in my life. No pain, and I spent quite a good time in the bathroom actually to empty myself. And that was unbelievable because with a massage only, all my problems since today, I never had any stomach or intestinal problems. I have many friends, they are doctors, they're gonna talk that Ayurveda is like a charlatanism or it's like a scam or something. And I'm sorry, but I am a guy who felt this, and I prefer much more alternative medicine than the traditional big pharma medicine, medical stuff. So I was thinking, I don't know if this is a crazy theory, but I know that many Westerners, they have intolerance with spicy and food with spices, like seasoned food. If there is turmeric, cardamom, their digestive system cannot process it very well. Especially Eastern Europeans, like Russians, Polish, they eat bread, fish, and sausage. They don't eat like anything with, tandoori chicken or chili masala, whatever. So this is very heavy for them. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's just like intolerance to spicy food. And then this is labeled as food poisoning. We didn't have any problem now. We are, I think, 15 days in India already. And so far, so good. No problem with anything here at all, especially with food or anything related. India has a soul of its own. Even in the absolute chaos of a city, like Kolkata or Mumbai, you can see the people that really chill. Yeah, you see young, old people wearing like Indian clothes, wearing the saris, or they value their culture, they value their language, they value their traditions. In India is a place of people, they are very extrovert, and they want to show you the country, they want to talk about the country. But of course, that's because they have very few foreigners here. Nice to see like they want to know you. They want to start a conversation and so on. And so you have this sense of community in India because you are always around the people. You go out, people say hello, like, ram ram, and so on. So it's kind of nice to have this feeling, of belonging. Yes, in the tourist areas, you have a lot of scammers, but you have scammers everywhere. For example, one thing that, as a guy from Brazil, and that I say that's not a big deal for me. Because in India, if you say firmly, like, no, I don't want, thank you, goodbye, the scammer goes away. You cannot say like this in Brazil or even in North Africa, in Egypt or Morocco, where I have been. Because it can be very dangerous for you. So it's basically the moment you meet a scammer, you are done. Or you need to be very careful to not irritate the scammer. It's like not a very pleasant situation. But here, people just want to get some money out of you. We are in the religious place, and some scammer portrays themselves as holy men, or they want to increase the price in the tuk-tuk. That's okay, and but that's it. That's the maximum crime of violence. There are very violent crimes against foreigners, and they usually hit the headlines. I met a woman from Norway. She said that she found it very safe. She's traveling solo. There is an Italian woman here where we are. She's also traveling solo. She says very safe. So it depends on how you behave. You cannot act like it's your country in a country like India or Bangladesh or Saudi Arabia or Afghanistan. You need to live as they live. You need to behave accordingly. The point is that you cannot come to a country and try to change the people's mindset or the policies. You are not like a savior. You're just a tourist, and you need to behave as a tourist. You cannot put yourself in danger. In the end of the day, we decided to come to India to explore everything, to save a lot of money, and to be at peace. Because here you can find in India a lot of peace and energy. It's a very noisy country. I'm not saying that it's a very quiet, peaceful country, but at the same time, it's very relaxing. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain, but it's like that. There is so many things, like I said, to explore here and to see that we didn't even scratch the surface. That's why we need at least like 5 months, so we can visit many places and we can see, we can live like literally in India, at least for this short period of time. And the bottom line, I think this video is becoming very big. We found the most exciting, rewarding. One of the best things in India here is the immigration policies and the stability. You know that this will continue, it will start here and continue there. Because things can change in Thailand every 3 months. So this is not it's not a very good place for investing, in my opinion. And it's not a very good place to be, because you never know what's going on, tomorrow. Nobody knows. And I don't know. The type of people that goes to Thailand, the tourists are changing. It's a lot of bad vibe, negative people going to Thailand. They think they're the best, than you, because they have a little bit, a couple of dollars more than you. Most of them are losers back home, but they still, when they go to Southeast Asia, because their money goes a long way, and because people bootleg them, they think they're special. You see many times this in Facebook, especially social media. So we also try to change the vibe, to a bit something more organic, more real. But that's it, guys. I don't know. I'm sorry if I think this video got a bit strange along the way, but I'm trying to speak from the heart here, and I'm trying to kind of script it a bit, but I'm trying to, I don't know, speak as it goes, We're gonna be documenting some stuff and speaking about some other stuff in India. Tell me if you like this video. Give a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see our journey in India and around the world. If you have any ideas of what we can show in India, just write in the comments. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Happy trails!